All right, I'm gonna take you through a quick little cool down stretch session. What we're trying to do with that is to stretch our big muscles that we've used during our workout. So we're gonna start with our arms, taking our arm across our chest. I'm gonna show you both a standing and a lying version of these stretches so that you can do whichever one fits your body best. So this is just a little cross body. On all stretches after a workout, you want to hold for at least 20 seconds or longer. That way you actually see the benefit. If you hold shorter than that, it doesn't do a whole lot for you. We're going to pull across on the other side. Just holding for 20 seconds or more. Hitting between those shoulder blades across the back. Then we're gonna hit our triceps, big stretch here in the lats. We're pulling down with our left hand on our right elbow. Make our chest proud, kind of open up, keep our core tight. The more we brace our core, the more this has to stretch. Big stretch, hold. And then we'll switch sides. So for the standing version of a chest stretch, you typically want to use like a doorway if you have that available. I'm going to show you at the wall. But if you've got a doorway, it's easier to get that big stretch on it. So you're going to take your hand up at a 90-degree angle like this and put your hand at the wall. And then you're just gonna open your chest towards the middle of the room. So I'll show you from behind. I'm putting my palm and then I'm just turning my chest to open and I should feel a stretch on my chest. I'm just rotating open, pushing forward until I feel the stretch up in my pec and shoulder. If you did it on a doorway, you would do the same thing, but just at the edge of the door so you don't have to kind of just rotate strangely off the wall. And after you've done both sides there, we're going to work on those legs. So for standing version of a pigeon stretch, you're going to put your hands at the wall, cross your leg like this, and use the wall for balance. So sitting back like this, I should feel a stretch on my leg that I've crossed as I sit down. Sit down nice and deep, feel that big stretch. Do about a 20-second hold there. Switch to the other side. Same thing, crossing over, lowering down. Hold for 20 seconds or more. I'm going to shorten them up just so that you can get through this a little easier. Now we're going to do a quad stretch. So if you need the balance, hang on to the wall. You're going to grab your foot, pull your heel up towards your rear, just like this. Should feel a stretch on the front of the leg here. And we'll do the other side, same thing. Hang on to the wall if you need to, or if you just want to. It's nice to hang on because it makes it just easier to focus on the stretch instead of the balance. And then we'll do hamstring stretch. So you will stagger your feet to a medium distance, and then you're going to fold forward over this front leg. The more bend you have in your knee, the easier it will be to get your hands closer to the ground. The straighter your leg is, the more intense the stretch will be. So find that happy medium where you can get a good stretch but relax. So same thing, hanging out for about 20 seconds or more. Do the other leg, same thing. Find that happy medium in the stretch. And relax and come up. Then we're gonna do the inside of our thighs. So for this one, we would just stand nice and wide, like so. We'll go over to one side and stretch this leg. Kind of act like you're gently pulling down on the floor with that straight leg to feel that stretch increase. You can obviously split your stance as wide as you need. Some people can go down to nearly splits or full splits. If that's where you're at, that's great. Same thing, opposite side. And now I'll show you some of those from the floor. So, first one we're gonna do is that crossbody stretch we did. So we will get down into child's pose, which is just kneeling with knees wide, feet together. And you're gonna take your hand and thread it through across your body. And you're just laying your weight down on that. You do 20 seconds or better on each side. I'm gonna roll through it pretty quickly. And then we would do the chest openers. So for this one, you need a little bit more space. You're gonna lay with your arms out at a T, like a big cross like this. So with my arm out to the side, I'm gonna take one of my hands and press into the ground and roll open. So right now I'm pressing through my left hand, but my right arm is long over here, like it's reaching towards the wall. It's flat on the ground, and I'm just opening my chest, flipping open. And then I would do the same thing on the other side, letting that leg fall over towards the ground for that big stretch. And then come back to center. For that big glute hip opener, we would do pigeon pose. So for that, you're gonna drive your knee through and your foot off to the side. The other leg goes straight back, and you're trying to lower down like this. The more flexible you are, the more square your shin will be on the mat, like you're coming towards the center of your shin. I'm pretty tight today, so I can't quite get into that shape. But if it fits your body, you can go for that. Then you would do the same thing on the other side. Stretching both nice and full. And then laying down on your stomach, we'll do the quad stretch. So we would just reach back, grab a foot, pull our heel towards our rear, and just hold, relaxing. I like to rest my forehead down. Same thing, other side. Grab, hold. All right. And we're going to come up, we're going to do the hamstring and the inner thigh. So for hamstring, you'd be kneeling, bring one leg out in front, and you'll just fold forward over it. Slight bend in the knee if it's tight, a little straighter if it's not. Just fold forward. You can always progress towards more of like a full split if that's your flexibility level. Same thing, other side, just like that. Big stretch. Almost done with everything. We're gonna do the inner thigh last, and then we'll be done. So from the knees here, you just take one leg out to the side first, go nice and wide until you feel a big stretch down the inside, your groin, inner thigh. Just like that. Hang out for 20 seconds or better. And then do the other side. Same thing. And come back to center. So that's a pretty quick but thorough full body stretch after your workout. Do that to kind of cool down, and you should feel a little bit more fresh for your next workout.